All the houses on High Street had a certain neglected look. Ziggy's blue house was badly in need of a paint job, which Ziggy later performed for his parents on his summer off from Harvard at a fee of $10 per hour. We all had weed that summer. Cocaine? No way. I don't want any. Why not? It'll be too good. Well, then can you just buy us some more? We all pleaded with Siegfried. Or think of a way for us to get some? He looked at us for a moment, arms folded, long white sleeves never buttoned, hair long, brown, curly, and never combed. His eyes always looked like they were squinting, even when they weren't. But they were squinting now for sure, and he smiled as he squinted at us. What's going on, you guys? We just want some more, I whined. Jane sneezed $300 worth of coke into the air. Krishna laughed, and her black eyes seemed to have mirrors in them as she glanced over at me with a smile as big as the Cheshire Cat's. Yep, but it was her money, Gay said. So the only one who can really be pissed off at her is herself. Oh, I am, believe me. We can pay you back, Krishna promised with the smile, still fresh from the laughter. Oh, for sure. Believe me, we will, I promised, nodding. Oh, God, he shook his head, rubbed his eyes, and laughed. That shit is good, isn't it? No, I'm not giving you the money. If you get more of it, it'll certainly not be on my head. Oh, God, what are we going to do? Krishna whined. Here, he said, grabbing his stash of weed. Roll yourselves a joint. I'm going to take a nap. And with that, he went into his room, which was literally covered from wall to wall with scattered and carelessly stacked books. Books on philosophy, Kant, Hegel, Aristotle, books on biology, chemistry, math, books on music, old volumes of Rolling Stone magazine. I'd been in there. It was like wading through a pool up to your knees practically, in books. He collapsed on his mattress with no sheet that was thrown right on the floor. And we smoked a joint and talked some more about where to go and how to find some more coke before we left. So it was a stoned plan, the one we came up with. We would steal the money. I think that what happened was, I don't know why, but for some reason, they all grew up and I didn't. Uh-huh. Miriam nodded ferociously. Good, Jane. Keep going. She rolled her hand in the give me more motion. I don't know why, but I guess it was the trauma. The trauma? She asked, eyebrows up. Of the car going in the lake, I said. Maybe because Shall we look at the... No, I have to. Do you want the nightmares to end? No. I mean, yes. Isn't our time up? See you next week then, Jane. She held the door open for me with a wary grin. Chapter 18. Did they call from the Gazette? I asked my mom. Oh, come on, they're not going to call from that job, she said from behind the newspaper. How can you read in the dark? I asked, annoyed. I knew the answer. I do not like to waste money, came the so predictable response. You will hurt your eyes reading in the dark. I do not waste electricity. It's not wasting it if you need it. Aren't your eyes worth preserving? She only turned the page in response. It was dark in the whole house. I turned on the kitchen light, dining room light, the basement light, and the light in the living room on my way to the stairway where I lighted the way up to my bedroom. Basically, I left a path of turned-on lights behind me through the whole house in response to her stinginess. They stayed on less than 2 minutes. I turned 3 of them on again: the living room, the dining room, and the stairway. She turned them off immediately and with a huff. God damn it. If I am not going to walk around here in the dark, you cheapskate! I screamed and slammed the bedroom door behind me. Then I walked back out and turned on the hall light just in time to hear about how she was Scottish and thrifty with money. I lay down on my bed. It was neatly made, but I hadn't made it. I thought maybe I could call that newspaper woman and ask her about the job. What was her name again? Oh yeah, Leela. Leela, in the 1940s pinup girl. Leela, with the dark red lipstick and the curly, long, well-kept black hair and the violet-colored eyes with deep black, heavily made-up lashes, laughing at me, wanting to see who it was that had a car in the lake. God damn her. It was a cold night, as all winter nights were. Some were only colder than others. I sort of didn't want to be in this dark house anymore. It was oppressive. Maybe I could go for a drive.